Hello everyone and a warm welcome to this Astro Oracle reading. To those of you who are new to the channel, please check out more information down below, especially also more information on the astrology and the tarot, especially the minor arcana. Thank you to those of you who have chosen to become subscribers, and to those of you who have not yet subscribed, please remember to do so. Hit the links on the screen so that you will become a subscriber to the channel as well. Thank you to those of you who have chosen to share and like, and also to those of you who donate to the channel. I'm very grateful in these transformational times that we all go through. So I hope that all of you are well out there, that you take care of yourselves and each other, so that we will be able to transform the world into a better place where there is full of harmony, peace, laughter, and cooperation. So let's begin this reading by pulling some messages from heaven cards. And as always, you can choose to go with one of the cards or maybe all the cards that I'm drawing from this deck. Just go with your intuition. That's the most important thing, because this is of course a general reading. And also remember to go with the numbers and the colors, in particular the colors, wherever you feel that they are leading you, because there could be several personal messages in the reading for you. But this is where we are trying to come into contact with personal spirit guides right now. So let's see what they have for us at this particular moment. We have one card out. I just want to check out if there are more cards. Are there more cards for us through this reading? Are there more messages for us here? Are there more messages for us? Okay, so it seems that we are left with only one card today. One card. So let's see what it says. Card number 13. Spread your wings and fly. We are proud of you. And the butterfly here, a symbol of transformation also. So it seems to be a very focused message this time from our guides. So let's move on and see, through using the astrological cards here, where we can check out in our personal charts this energy, where this message seems to come through. Where in the chart can we look for more answers to where this is coming in and why it's coming in? Okay. We have two cards out. One card is pointing to the houses of the chart, which means this is pointing to the life areas. And we have a zodiac sign card out, which means that this is pointing to the energy that we are surrounded by in this particular life area. So let's have a look at what life area is in question here. The second house. Okay, so this is about our materialistic lives. This is also where we meet Taurus energy and Venus, who is ruling this house. So this is about our assets, our finances, as it says on the card, and all the things that we value. That means whatever seems to be important for us. Maybe it's our car we value a lot, maybe it's our home, our house, maybe it's our savings, maybe it's just money in general. But this is also pointing to our self-esteem, actually. So it's not only our materialistic value, it's also our personal value. So this is where we, through Venus energies, are trying to keep the balance. We keep the love to the things that we really want to have in our lives, we want to indulge ourselves here in the second house. We are thinking about abundance and self-sustainability in the longer run. How can we self-sustain ourselves? How can we sustain ourselves? Okay, so this is also where we want to maximize our abundance. I mean, this is our comfort zone. Even though this is pointing to the earth element, where we are taking things slowly and things are being built up over time, and we don't mind to do some kind of hard work here, yet in the second house with Venus energies, we don't want it to be too hard. We want to indulge ourselves as well. We want to have some kind of beauty with us when we do the hard work. It doesn't have to be that hard. It doesn't have to become ugly. Okay, we still want to enjoy ourselves, and we will still want to be those beauty queens and kings here. So our second house is very much pointing to our income and, as you can say, self-earning. How do we keep ourselves going? That is why we're also very much focused here on our self-esteem, our self-value. Venus is reminding us that we still need to ask ourselves, how much do we need? Where do I feel valued? Since Venus is also ruling in the 7th house, where we find Libra energy, which is pointing to the air element. So Venus is in Libra, reminding us of, where do I feel appreciated? Okay, so maybe that could also be an issue for some of you. Where do I feel appreciated? Where do I feel I resonate with the situations going on? And where do I feel I do not resonate? Because maybe then we need to change things. So the second house, how do we keep ourselves going? And in the second house, we are surrounded by Pisces energy here. And Pisces is about being wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. But it is also here where we seem to be rather confused sometimes, but we like to resolve things in a very soft way. We don't like any kind of impulses here. We don't like to fight. We don't like any kind of combat. Okay, we just want to go with the flow. And here we also need to remind ourselves to put up our boundaries once in a while. Because here we can go either in one way or in another direction. And sometimes we are under the influence of other people, okay, and how they feel about things. And sometimes we get confused about what is really our own feelings and what are the feelings of others. So here it seems as if things are beginning to flow in the second house. Maybe there is something here that our spirit guides want to remind us of, that right now they're trying to bring in some more floating energy, and also an energy of love. They're trying to send it in through the things that we are surrounding ourselves with. So maybe if you all of a sudden find that someone is offering you an amount of money, or someone wants to bring a car to you, or bring something to you that you are actually in need of right now, to come into more abundance, to appreciate life more, whatever it is that you need. Maybe it's also something about your self-esteem, that you need to love yourself more. We need to love ourselves more, that we need to be reminded of how compassionate we are, how forgiving we are, how lovable we truly are. Because with Pisces, it's also a reminder of the truth in things. It's about deep soul transformation. It's about diving so deep that we can see how everything is interconnected, how everything is becoming one. Okay, so I feel very much here that we are coming home to ourselves, and that is happening now in the second house of our lives. So if you get a pay raise, or I think it's called that, or if there is something increasing, if something increases in your second house right now, remember to check out what zodiac sign you have in your second house and try to combine that with Pisces. Maybe there's something going here where things are starting to flow better and where we are receiving something that is in alignment with whom we truly are. Down on the under the surface, when we really have a closer look, we get now what we deserve. It's like it's in complete alignment with our soul journey, our soul mission, where we are coming home to ourselves, where we perhaps also have been going through a lot of sacrifices to reach this certain point where we are at right now in our lives. Maybe we've been going through a lot of materialistic changes, not having our own home, not having our own car. Maybe we haven't made an earning for many years, perhaps, since this is pointing to the earth element. That could be something of this slow building over the years energy. So maybe we've been going through a lot of years where things have been flowing in. Sometimes we've had a little bit of money just to get by, and then all of a sudden, nope, no money at all. But right now, it's like things are coming much more into alignment. Things start to flow, and we will receive in alignment with whom we truly are. And I also feel that our spirit guides want us to have that car or that home so that we can build from there, so that we perhaps also can get our own businesses, if that's what we want, our own office, or if we need a building to do whatever it is that we want to do, maybe as a hobby. But in the second house, it is about self-sustainability, so it could point to having our own business as well. And it's like our spirit guides are pointing to that side of our lives now, that they have a spotlight on that, and they want to bring it in. They want it to flow into our lives so that we can go more with the flow, with perhaps our dreams or whatever it is that we really wish to do with our lives, okay? In the second house with Taurus energies, it's also very much about opening up our senses, opening up our more natural character, since it's pointing to nature also. So it could be like move more into using our senses towards nature, to bring in flowers, minerals, whatever it can be. Maybe just go out and be more in nature, opening up our senses, something more like that as well. So that could be some kind of a healing process here through using nature or getting to contact with animals, for example, something like that as well. Something that is just pointing to nature as well. So maybe you want to reflect a little bit on that as well. But there is a truth coming in here, and it's being reflected directly through our second house here. So let's pull some cards to see how we are, or where we are supposed to focus right now to get more into contact with our spirit guides. How are they communicating to us at this time? So definitely we need to focus on the second house, and I feel that there's a little bit of survival here actually as well, because we are going through the times that we are right now. Materialistic life is difficult to go about right now. It gets harder and harder to keep ourselves going. So that's why our spirit guides are coming in to bring a little bit more help in that direction. Maybe for our survival in the longer run, so that we are able to sustain ourselves throughout the years that we are moving through right now. So if you have some kind of project that you have been working on your own, that you're trying to make a business out of, maybe this is your time. Maybe things are starting to flow. You're starting to see the truth of it all. And also this means that the more we actually give because we can, the more we just give to people, because we have some kind of ability. We will always receive what we give out. And I feel that that's now what's coming back to us. So remember to keep going that way. Maybe your personal business here is somewhat of a very subtle nature. It's very hard to define what is it really that I do, what is it really that I offer. But that's maybe we feel sometimes that we're sacrificing to reach to another point in our lives or another place in our lives. But this is really showing me that when we give out because we can, we will always receive in the end whatever it is we need to receive. We will always be assured that we have always enough to come by when we live that way, okay? And that can seem like a major sacrifice, you know, if you're not making a big earning or a great earning, you're not, you're just living in a way where you're just going by, or you know, you always just you have enough, but not more than that. And of course, maybe that gets tiring in the long run, but it is about truthful living here. Truthful living. Okay, so our spirit guides are trying to reach us at this point through using symbols, and we can also see the red butterfly down here. We have a star, the rainbow. So please check out, whenever you meet a symbol, something that keeps presenting itself to you, please check it out and go with that to see how what it is that your spirit guides want to tell you. Okay, so look out for symbols. That's the way they're trying to reach us at the moment. So let's see what kind of cosmic groups or cosmic energy wish to present themselves at this time. Or maybe it's a cosmic energy that our spirit guides are working with, actually. I mean, who knows what's out there in space, okay? Let's have a look at the cards coming out here. Okay, we have 3 cards. They came out together, so read them together or separately. Just go with where your intuition is leading you, okay? The first card to come out is number 11, the Laureate. This is talking about strength, courage, and bravery. And they are this cat people. You can see how this man, he looks like a cat or a lion. So this is also to me pointing to the Sphinx of Egypt, going back in time, going back to the original stuff in things. I will just be reading you a little bit from the supporters book in a minute on these cards, okay? So the Lions are presenting themselves here. So maybe some of you feel attracted to some of these groups. Definitely go more into that. Next card out is card number 18, the Syrians. This is talking about being artistic, having integrity and honesty, okay? This is to me always pointing very much to the first house of the zodiac, which is about stepping out in our aura field, not looking back, moving forward into unknown territories, taking leadership of things. So integrity and honesty is coming out here. Last card out is number 22. So we have 2 master numbers. And number 11 is about putting our intentions out there. It's about being focused on a mental level. And number 22 is actually pointing to how we take physical, constructive action on those intentions. Okay, so there is something about being more action oriented here, and going back, way back to ancient times, where we have some kind of integrity, where we have some kind of artistic ability. There is something here we need to bring out, perhaps something that we perhaps will start to remember, but this is pointing very much to showing up with a lot of bravery and courage here. We have the strength to move through now, to step out with our integrity, to step out as who we are. And also that will point to us becoming more, the Galactic Federation. I forgot to mention that. Talking about collaboration, meetings, and community. This is where we are. You can see how diverse, I think it's called, this group really is. So this is about moving into groups where we perhaps do not have the same opinion, perhaps, but we are accepting each other. We collaborate no matter how different we are. So it's about stepping out with our honesty and showing up with integrity, showing who we really are. And then we will start to see perhaps that we will enter into groups where we can start to figure out how to save the world, maybe how to make the world a better place. Okay, definitely something on that here. So when we have the courage to show up who we really are, we will find our place in certain different groups. Maybe we won't find that we are all like-minded, but we will find some kind of community because we accept whom we are, even though we seem to be very different here, okay? We're coming together. We are many different people on Earth right now, and it's important that we start to come together even though we are very different, even though we may have had differences, seeing eye to eye, okay? So let's have a look in Lisa Porter's book to see if we can have some more information out on these groups, and I'll just be reading you a little bit from each, and maybe you will have to Google the rest if you would like to know more. But the Lyrans are sometimes referred to as lion people or cat people. The Lyran civilization originates from the North Lyra constellation, which also contains Vega. The Lyran genotype was often the dominant original mother genotype used in ancient starseed projects of cosmos, and they are one of the oldest bloodlines in the Milky Way galaxy. Many ETs within the Milky Way galaxy are ancestrally related to the ancient Lyrans. They usually stand 6 to 10 feet tall and are solid to muscular in build. Their complexions vary anywhere from light golden amber to darker chocolate brown hues. Some Lyrans have strawberry blonde to vibrant ginger red hair. The darker Lyrans have dark to black hair. Lyran flesh is covered in a light soft type of fuzz, not actual fur. They have feline type eyes and slightly pointed ears set higher on their heads. The Lyrans have battled many bloody cosmic wars in the past with the Orion, Alpha Draconian, and Reptilian empires. Lyrans live a harmonious lifestyle and practice careful biodiversity of their ecosystem. See, that could be something pointing directly back to the second house here. Prior to the Egyptian pyramids ever being built, the ancient Egyptian Sphinx was built by the Lyrans and other visitors of the time during the Leo 2000-year constellation time phase of the precession of the equinoxes. Okay, Lyrans do not suffer fools gladly and are an honest, open, bold, and proud race. They are known to be combative and fiery for matters they value dearly, while also being warm and affectionate. Okay, so there is something here that is pointing way back in time, how we actually also sustain our nature, the environment, the entire earth. Okay, so pointing back to that, and they're pointing back to come back to the more original stuff, fight for that, be brave on that, because it's like we have some kind of integrity going there. It's like we're moving back to whom we really are, about being complete honest about whom we are, and getting together now to solve this these problems that we have on earth. And I feel that right now they're coming in to say that we are helping you in your individual life so that you can go out on the bigger stage and collect people. You will have whatever it takes. We will put in your hands whatever it is that you need to improve this. Okay, just look out for the symbols. Okay, so let's move on to card number 18, the Syrians. The Sirian beings come from the brilliant and brightest star in our skies, Sirius, also called the Dark Star, which is in the Canis Major binary system, 9 light years from Earth. So they are quite close to Earth. The planet's name originated from ancient Greek Syrios for scorcher, and is mentioned in Surah chapter 53 of the Quran titled The Mighty Star and Lord of Sirius. Ancient Egypt goddess Sobdat and later Isis was queen of Sirius. Greek goddess Sothis was also of Sirius. The sixth dimensional Sirian beings are benevolent, loyal spiritual warriors who bear service to others. They are disciplined, reserved, and have self-mastery of healthy detachment, connection to all, and integrity. They have strong ties with Mother Earth's oceanic realm. They're pointing to Pisces, so we have one pointing to the second house where we have the earth element, and then we have the second card here pointing to the water element. They're calm, non-political, watery, and non-confrontational, yet can defend themselves easily if need be. They value honesty and transparency and prefer symbols to words. They are lovers of music, sacred geometry, and singing, okay? So again, back to the symbols, okay? You see how these cards are perfectly speaking to each other, okay? So let's finish up this reading by having a closer look at card number 22. The Galactic Federation of Light was founded over 4.5 million years ago to prevent interdimensional dark forces totally dominating our Milky Way galaxy. They are benevolent beings of many star systems that travel to many galaxies and in some cases multiverses. Their mission involves peacefully carrying out cosmic assistance to all willing beings, facing fated and unfated cosmic phenomena. The Galactic Federation intercede with Earth Councils, Solar Councils, and with the Great White Brotherhood of Ascended Masters. They are generally based in the Sirius star system and travel throughout this galaxy, universe, and occasionally beyond. They have over 200,000 Confederation members from countless planets. They have enormous fleets of starships at their disposal with highly sophisticated sentient interdimensional technology. The motherships are self-contained worlds. Their ships can dematerialize or cloak if need be. They have been visiting Earth for millions of years with strong ancient connections to the Terra-human species. And they are participating with the ongoing consciousness paradigm shift of cosmos that affects all galaxies of the universe. Okay, so they are really all about teamwork and traveling, living more symbiotically, making alliances, but they also have this kind of monitoring character about them. Okay, so perhaps we are being visited. Perhaps this is where our spirit guides are connected closely to. Maybe it's with the Lyran Sirians or the Galactic Federation even, okay? But remember the symbols. Remember that the Sirians are very much, I feel, also pointing to our feelings, our intuition here, since we have so much water going on here, okay? But definitely we are getting assistance to whatever it is that we need in our individual lives to support ourselves. And when we do that, we can also support the collective in a much more beneficial way for everyone involved, okay? So let's pull some tarot cards to see what else is coming out here for us. Let's see what's coming out here for us. So at this time, it's really important also to look up in the sky. Many people are reporting from all over the world that they are seeing a lot of UFOs or having inexplainable encounters. So I also do my readings in general to prepare ourselves for those meetings, because I feel that that is really where the truth of it all will be completely and utterly revealed to us. Okay, so it's about us preparing ourselves for those meetings. Whatever we may hold of different beliefs of what is going on when we cross over or when we die, we leave this world. Whatever opinion we may have on that, and on whether our loved ones can come back to us, maybe in a flying saucer. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I don't think that we know the truth at all about this. So, yeah, someone honked their horn just outside here, a car. Okay, so maybe there is some kind of truth to that, I don't know. But let's have a look at the tarot cards coming out. We have Ace of Cups, so this is about assuring us new happy beginnings, okay? New happy beginnings. We see the doves, we see peace, we see our aura field here, maybe expanding, but this is pointing to all the water zodiac signs, so a reference back to Pisces and also Cancerian energies. Let's see, the last one, Scorpio, of course. So maybe you want to check out where you have those zodiac signs as well, besides checking out your second house, of course. Ace of Cups, new happy beginnings here, okay? So whatever it is that I feel that most of us have had a hard time about our materialistic lives. And that's because when we start to tune into the path of sacrifice, making sacrifice, changing our patterns, our routines, when we are looking out into other dimensions, when we are trying to get a different perspective on our entire existence, we start to come out of our normal structure, our normal routines, okay? We start to step out of society, perhaps even for some of you. And now there are new happy beginnings about that, because that's a pretty hard work to do, especially because we are in such a slow vibration here on Earth, okay? Slow frequency. And then we have two cards coming out here. A card from the Minor Arcana and a card from the Major Arcana. So the bigger energy here is talking about the Devil energy, card number 15, and then we have Three of Wands. So here we have a reference to all the fire element signs, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, and I feel Lyrans also here go back to Leo as well. So remember to check out those zodiac signs if you feel so inclined, if you feel that your attention is being drawn to that. But Three of Wands is asking us to gather our resources here, to make sure we're using all our reserves here in our life force energy. It's about accumulating energy here. So this is really about how we take our life force energy with us and present ourselves in the world through our physical action. What kind of energy is behind that kind of action? We really got to give it a go here, gather everything we possibly can, and then think about ourselves. Card number 15 is a reference in the tarot to Capricorn. But to me, in my readings, I feel it's more pointing to Aries. And again, back to the first house that I mentioned just before, that we need to think about ourselves. We do that in the first house. We have a tendency to look out for ourselves, to start with ourselves first. And I feel that right now there is a need of that. We need to think about ourselves. We need to gather everything we can and be careful not to let ourselves in to some kind of flattery, someone trying to make us, trying to distract us from our path in life. Okay, we really need to stay in tune with ourselves and our own needs. So gather everything we can, focus our life force energy on ourselves, taking action on who we are and what we wish to see happen in our lives at this point. Okay, I feel that that is very important. So let's pull some cards from the fairies deck, since we have the earth element going here. The fairies really just want to show up to make us laugh a little bit more, and they want to see us play in life and have fun, while we are also taking care of our job and our, you know, daily routines at home and all of that. They want us to make sure that we use all of our potential. So let's see what fairy is coming out at this point. Okay, we have card number 57 coming out in reverse. Normally the card looks like this, and here we have Luathus the Wild. Okay, and I will just read you a little bit from Brian Froud's beautiful book, but normally it looks like this. Something that has gone rogue. We see how we have the green color here. So let's have a look on this fairy energy. Card number 57. And normally this fairy is talking about haste and being impulsive. It's the fire element. It's about being spontaneous. And it's also regarding balance. So upside down, this card is saying, in reversed position, Luathus speaks of burnout, blocked or even exhausted creative energy. He suggests that we need to find ways to regenerate and recharge ourselves so we can continue the race, but at our own healthy pace. He suggests that our fire is low and must be replenished by appropriate activities before we can resolve the issues we are dealing with. Okay, so here we see the reversed Luathus representing fire in its destructive mode, however grim or delightful that process may appear to be. We must remember that destruction is not always a bad thing. There are things that need to be destroyed, injustice and cruelty, for example, but these things have to be handled with great care. We cannot heal injustice with more injustice, nor cruelty with additional cruelty. If we wish to fight the twisted fire of cruelty, which is passion gone sour and insane, we must find a way to lovingly counter it with the fire of creativity and compassion. Luathus eager to help with his wonderful creative destructive fire, but we must be careful with him. He is the epitome of unbounded enthusiasm and can lead us to burnout or to glory. We must use his fire well, or he will take control and use us, leaving nothing but a little pile of ashes blowing away in the wind. Okay, so he's actually asking us to make some kind of comeback here. Also the devil energy here. We must be careful with our fire, with our life force energy, pointing back to the fire element that we pulled over here. We must really be careful with that. So I feel that this is just an underlining of card number 15, that we need to have this under, you know, sensible regulation. Okay, otherwise we will have a burnout if we don't have a particular focus on how we are distributing our life force energy. We will burn out. Okay, because it's I feel that we are walking on a line here, a very thin line, and it's not about it's not taking us that long to lose our way, to lose our path. We really need to be focused on whom and what we are spending our energy on. Okay, where we show up, how we take physical action, how long are we allowing ourselves to be in a certain situation where we actually feel that people are taking away our life force energy, stuff like that. Be really much aware of that, because we have got to be the co-creators of this as well. This is not something that is just our spirit guides are going to fix for us. This is very much about ourselves. Come on, make a comeback. You also need to have a closer look on how you spend your life force energy. We cannot come in and save you because you have free will. And will is also something that we find very much in the first house. So, and devotion to work. So there is something we need to pay attention to here as well, because if we are not paying enough attention to how we spend our life force energy, to whom and what we give it out to, we can end up being burned out, and then the devil energy will take over for us. We will find that other people will decide for us where to go, back to the two fish up here, and Pisces energy, where we are confused. We don't know what we feel about stuff. We're just moving along with other people and what they feel they want to do with their lives. And maybe they will take advantage of our good energy, our loving energy, and they will put them into more to their meshes, to more malice, perhaps, something like that, more destructive intentions, okay? And we cannot allow that to happen, okay? There's enough going on in the world as it is, okay? We really need to pay more attention to that. So perhaps this energy over here, we cannot allow it to go rogue. Really be careful what you say yes to, but also what you say no to. It's important that we will find ourselves in the situations with the people where we really feel that everything is just coming together, where everything is in alignment, okay? We do not want to see ourselves being too much in, or be associated too much with the devil energy over here. Oh, come over here, I have some money for you, I have some ice cream, and then people promise you one thing, and then all of a sudden it turns out to be something completely different, okay? So pay attention to our life force energy if we want to start over as a happy person, okay? Because there are new beginnings here. We just need to have a close focus on how we are distributing our physical energy. So this is pointing very much to our creative side in lives. How do we go creatively about persons in our lives at this time, or situations? How do we creatively move in to these situations and creatively move out of them again as well, okay? So be careful also right now that we are not, because we are very emotional here with Pisces energies, that we don't get triggered, that we don't allow that to happen in our lives, so that when someone stops by and maybe they hurt us, we will just hurt them back right in that moment, because we are being caught up, we are being triggered. Please do not do that, because that will just put more wood on the fire in a very destructive way, and we do not need this at this moment. So I feel also that our spirit guides are trying to warn us a little bit, be very careful about how you go about your life force energy, what you take action on, whom you surround yourself with. Make sure that it's something that is feeding your energy upwards, okay? So let's pull some final cards to finish off this reading. Let's see what the key word seems to be right now for us. We have one card out, manifesting. Yes, we are manifesting. We have the ability to manifest a lot right now, okay? And I'm actually doing this reading during the full moon in Scorpio, okay, May 5th, 2023. So if you pass by maybe this reading later on, maybe there's something about this full moon where you want to go back to that time to see what actually took place there, okay? But we can get very emotional throughout full moons. But I feel that our spirit guides are saying that, or they are saying, we are very proud of you. You just need to spread your wings and fly, and we will bring to you whatever it is that you need so that you can follow through on your own path. That's why you need to have more focused attention on what you take physical action on right now. But it seems as if we have the bravery to do this, to come out with our integrity, to show up as the persons we truly are. Second card out is, talent, because there's some kind of talent that we need to show up with in the world at this point, okay? There's some kind of talent we need to stand up with, okay? Star, integrity, perhaps, I don't know. So definitely tune more into the Galactic Federation, the Syrians and Lyrans. Also, if you want to know more about them, let's finish this reading by one final card. Or let's see how many cards want to present themselves. but where we need to come into more cooperation, okay? And that we will be led forward now by using, by symbols. We are going to see a lot of symbols, going more intuitively with things. It's our life force energy and our feelings we need to use at this time. Now I have some different items in my angel blessings purse as well, and the first or the item to show up today is the clover. So abundance, luck is coming in at this point. Let's put it down here. And more abundance and luck is coming into us when we just trust our dreams. We see the beautiful unicorn here, that we must trust, and no matter what happens right now, it's feeding our dreams. It's feeding where we want to go in life. And of course, also Piscean energy is talking about our dreams in life, but also our dreams at nighttime, okay? So also pay attention to what you dream at night, no matter what happens, no matter what shows up. Maybe it's also talking to you through using symbols. Write that down if you remember anything about that, because Pisces is also talking about remembrance and the past and prior lifetimes, perhaps even. So moving into other dimensions, talking to other worlds, talking to other cosmic groups. You know, we're really going out there. And I feel that is what is going to sustain us, okay? We will lack absolutely nothing when we seek some of them our forefathers, okay, especially the Syrians, when we seek company of these cosmic beings or groups or energies, we will never lack anything at all. They will show up very tangibly for us, okay? But it's about keeping our focus, keeping our attention. What are we, how are we using our creative force here? Okay, be more focused on that, distributing our life force energy in a much more focused way. I feel that is really the point of this reading, so that we can move into new happy beginnings. And so at this point, it's just about trusting our dreams, trust that no matter what shows up for us, it's feeding our dreams, and we are in abundance. We are creating a lot of luck and hope, and we for ourselves, and we are manifesting a lot of stuff right now. Things are becoming very real of these, you know, these energies are going to show up as something very, very real for us. Pointing very much back to the earth element, where things become very tangible to us. That is really about reality, what is playing out, what is being put in our hands, so to say. So I hope that you have been inspired to dive deeper into all of this. This was some cosmic chore, but I feel that it's very important at this time to focus more on, you know, what is beyond, what is really out there through planet Neptune, also here in Pisces. What is out there, what could be out there, other dimensions, being open, where we also in Pisces, we become very open, okay? We are open to anything. So of course also we need to keep our boundaries, but I feel it's very important that we right now ask questions, because we always receive some kind of answer when we do that. Maybe not right away, but the answers will present themselves when we are sort of in alignment with our own energies. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm wishing you all the best out there. Remember to take great care of yourselves. I hope I'll see you next time. Thank you so much, and bye for now.